Olive Branch, new agenda, new start. Spoilers for Monday, September 15th episode of The Young and the Restless point to some intriguing events in Genoa City to start the week. A character has a new plan, two pals declare a ceasefire, and someone considers starting over. What can we expect from Monday's show? It's time to find out. The new beginning of Lily Winters. According to Monday, September 15th spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Devon Hamilton Winters will support Lily Winters in starting again. Is he discussing her romantic life? Devon doesn't like Kane Ashby, who he sees now, and he can tell that his sister is still caught between her old self and this new one. Can Devon persuade Lily to permanently sever her relationship with her ex-husband, who also happens to be the father of her children? Amanda Sinclair is filled in by Kane Ashby. Speaking of Kane, he will explain his new plan to Amanda Sinclair. In addition to being his confidant and trusted lawyer, Amanda and he undoubtedly have a business relationship in which he bounces ideas off of her. Read this. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Claire and Holden get arrested after a wild night's mistake? How does Amanda feel about Kane's new plan, and will she approve of it? Time will tell. A truce is called by two old besties. Lastly, according to Monday's spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Michael Baldwin and Phyllis Summers will declare a truce. Phyllis wasn't amenable to Michael's long-standing desire to make amends with Red. What will make her reconsider? Is it as a result of his current employment with Kane? Naturally, Michael was trying to be nice because this was his first job as Kane's fixer, but in reality, he's just playing the mole for Victor Newman. When the truth is revealed to Phyllis, how betrayed will she feel? Kane, what will he do? To discover out, fans will need to tune in. Which plot point in Monday's program are you most excited about? Tell us what you think. For the finest Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates, watch your favorite CBS serial opera every day and frequently visit SOS. Is Joshua Morrow leaving Y&R behind? For many years, Joshua Morrow has been a mainstay on The Young and the Restless. Since his 1994 debut as Nick Newman in Genoa City, the well-known CBS soap opera, star has been a major role. Due to his intense workload on Y&R, Morrow has actually starred in less than a dozen films throughout the years. The actor from Young and the Restless stated this week that he is working on an interesting new project on X, formerly known as Twitter, and urged fans to follow along. However, it's not what you may expect. Joshua Morrow breaks important news. Joshua Morrow posted this thrilling message to his followers on social media. Are you a football fan? I am attempting a new endeavor. Sports have always been my dream. Every week, I discuss about the Red River rivalry while working with my brother Lucas at LCIN Brief. If you enjoy football, listen and follow. And at Joshua Morrow Wire go over Week 1 for Texas and Oklahoma, what to expect from Arch Manning, and how to assess OU versus Michigan as a Texas fan. The soap opera star teased in the first edition of the podcast, which she also provided a link to. Tomorrow is not going to be lost anytime soon by The Young and Restless. You are likely aware of Morrow's passion in sports if you follow him on social media. Unfortunately, there aren't many college football fans who also enjoy daytime soap operas. However, everything the gifted actor touches appears to turn into gold, so we're confident that his sports show will gain popularity soon. There is no reason to believe that Josh Morrow's new side endeavor will get in the way of his day job as Nick Newman and his filming of The Young and the Restless. Are you going to watch Morrow's new football commentary? For more Young and the Restless news, leave a comment below and visit Celebrating the Soaps every day. A close look at Genoa City drama. A new beginning, Olive Branch, and new agenda. Monday, September 15th, appears to be one of those episodes where every look, every exchange of words, and every action drives characters toward either redemption or tragedy. The Young and the Restless world is built on the tension between past choices and future possibilities. 3 storylines are hinted at in the spoilers. Kane Ashby reveals a brand new agenda that may alter alliances and relationships. 2 old pals offer an olive branch, and Lily Winters considers the possibility of a new beginning. These are not minor shifts. Rather, they are the kind of adjustments that have an effect on entire families, corporate conglomerates, and Genoa City's precarious power structure. Let's examine the possible meanings of each of these story beats and the reasons why viewers should closely monitor any minor changes on Monday's broadcast. The conflict between the past and the future in Lily Winter's New Beginning. A well-known conundrum lies at the core of Lily Winter's plot. How much of one's life should be bound up in the past, and when is it time to go on? Although Lily occasionally refuses to admit it, Devon Hamilton Winters, who has always been protective of his sister, can see that her relationship with Kane Ashby still weighs her down as she attempts to move forward into her own independent destiny. Devon's viewpoint goes beyond that of a brother because he has personal experience with the consequences of holding on to past hurts and loves. Although romance is hinted, his encouragement for Lily to start over goes beyond simply moving on romantically. After years of being enmeshed in Kane's chaos, it's also about regaining her own sense of self. For good reason, Devon has never been a huge admirer of Kane. Lily has had to pick up the pieces more times than she can remember because of Kane's history of treachery, partial truths, and careless choices. Devon observes echoes of the same patterns recurring even now, despite Kane's insistence that he has changed. The question is whether Lily is prepared to acknowledge that her devotion to Kane might be based less on any genuine future the two of them could create and more on nostalgia and the father of her children. Lily has a kind heart and an almost dangerous willingness to forgive, as soap opera history has demonstrated, but forgiveness is not necessarily a sound basis for going on. Devon is attempting to guide her in the direction of something better, something fresh, a fresh start free from responsibility or guilt. Lily's hesitancy is understandable, of course. No matter how chaotic, leaving someone who has played such a significant role in your life is never as simple as it seems. The Young and the Restless is adept at maximizing this tension, which is a staple of soap operas. Fans will have to decide if Lily will finally take charge of her story or if Kane's presence, whether intentional or not, will force her to relive her past heartbreak. Devon's support might give her the boost she needs, but as with everything in Genoa City, Lily's capacity to shape her own destiny will ultimately determine the outcome. Kane Ashby's new agenda. Amanda's counsel, strategies, and secrets. Kane's plot is about embracing ambition, schemes, and the attraction of a new plan, but Lily's fresh start depends on breaking away. According to spoilers, Kane is prepared to discuss this new plan with Amanda Sinclair, his dependable lawyer and growing confidant. Kane and Amanda's relationship is intriguing because it combines a growing sense of personal trust with professional loyalty. As astute as ever, Amanda knows that Kane frequently plays a lengthy game, sometimes keeping his true intentions hidden until the very last minute. He is indicating that his plan is serious and possibly dangerous enough that he needs her strategic intellect on his side when he ultimately decides to confide in her. Viewers are left with two questions. What precisely is Kane plotting, and what will Amanda do about it? From a financial move to regain lost authority to a more emotional grudge that stems from the numerous damaged bridges of his past, Kane's new agenda could take many different forms. Amanda is one of the few persons who can balance Kane's impetuous impulses with good moral and legal judgment, thus her response is crucial. Remember, though, that Amanda herself has a troubled past and has demonstrated that she is reluctant to display her allegiance unless she shares her beliefs. There is certainly great story possibilities with this Kane and Amanda coupling. Because Amanda's collected, meticulous style contrasts with Kane's restlessness and unpredictable nature, their scenes frequently sparkle. He will have a legal edge as well as a kind of moral shield if she decides to support his new strategy. However, Amanda's criticism alone has the power to undermine his confidence and highlight the flaws in his plan. Fans will be keenly observing to see if this agenda marks the start of Kane's redemption journey or the beginning of another descent into deceit and manipulation. It's a crucial moment for both characters. Phyllis Summers and Michael Baldwin, an olive branch with thorns. Without an awkward reconciliation between rivals, no soap opera plot would be complete, and that is precisely what Michael Baldwin and Phyllis Summers are planning. Over the years, their relationship has veered between friendship, competitiveness, and outright animosity, but Michael's wish to make amends points to a more serious change in alignments. At first glance, It seems that Michael is making this peace gesture since he is now Kane's fixer, and mending fences with Phyllis is simply part of his job description. However, aficionados of soap operas are well that things are never that easy in Genoa City. Ever doubtful, Phyllis is not readily convinced by goodwill gestures, particularly when they originate from someone who has previously been evasive or contemptuous. The real drama is in what she doesn't know, which is that Michael is actually acting as a mole for Victor Newman. The spoilers suggest that she might finally accept this truce. The foundation for catastrophic fallout is laid by this covert act of treachery. The fact that Phyllis allowed herself to let her guard down, even for a short time, will probably make her feel much more betrayed when she finally finds out, which she will, of course. Double crosses, shifting allegiances, and a primary character, Phyllis in this case, caught in the midst are all hallmarks of classic YNR intrigue in this plot. Additionally, Michael's choice to operate like a mole calls into doubt his long-term commitments. Does he have a secret goal that not even Victor fully understands, or is he acting only out of duty to Victor? Because Phyllis is one of those characters who constantly recovers from betrayal, typically by planning her own kind of retaliation, fans will love seeing these layers come to light. Even if the olive branch appears tranquil right now, it is probably the quiet before a storm of dishonesty and reprisal. The wider effect, families, companies, and changing power. The way each plot thread ties into Genoa City as a whole is what makes this Monday show so captivating. If Lily's new beginning is successful, it may change the dynamics of the Winters family by enabling her to seek new options and fortifying her relationship with Devon. Depending on its extent, Kane's new objective could cause problems in his personal and professional life, particularly if it causes him to disagree with Amanda or Lily. The ongoing power struggles that characterize the Newman Empire and its influence in almost every part of town are interwoven with Michael's ceasefire with Phyllis and his covert collaboration with Victor. These aren't separate stories. Rather, they're bits of the bigger picture of Genoa City, where decisions made by one character frequently have unanticipated repercussions for other characters. That is the appeal of The Young and the Restless, a soap opera that has consistently succeeded in fusing personal, character-driven drama with broad themes of ambition, loyalty, and treachery. The upcoming show on Monday is expected to provide all three in abundance. Joshua Morrow's big news, a fresh start in real life. Aside from the made-up drama of Genoa City, Joshua Morrow's recent personal declaration had fans talking. Morrow has been a consistent and adored presence on The Young and the Restless since 1994, when he played Nick Newman. However, the actor is embarking on a new project that embodies his lifetime love of athletics after decades of playing Victor and Nikki's son. Morrow announced on social media that he and his friend Lucas are starting a podcast in which they would delve into college football, specifically the storied Red River rivalry. Some fans may have been surprised by this announcement because they thought Morrow was getting ready to leave YNR. After all, there have been plenty of abrupt exits from daytime television, and the loss of a character as important as Nick would be devastating. Fortunately, Morrow made it clear by his demeanor and actions that this new podcast is only a side project that he is passionate about and will not take the place of his dedication to the soap opera. Nick Newman will continue to work on The Young and the Restless, and his position in Genoa City is safe for the time being. Nevertheless, there is a clear connection between the subjects of the show and Morrow's real-life endeavor. Morrow is forging a new creative path without straying from the foundation he has established over decades, much like Lily is thinking about a new beginning and Kane is outlining a new plan. It serves as a reminder that art mimics life and vice versa, even in the realm of daytime drama. Even while not all fans are as excited about college football as he is, many will watch only to cheer him on thanks to his charisma and commitment. Conclusion: the significance of Monday's episode. Not every episode of a show with such a long history can be revolutionary. However, the spoilers for September 15th indicate that this will be a turning point, quiet, maybe, but important in the long term. Lily's choice on her new beginning may lead to a transformation of her personality for years to come. Depending on Amanda's advice, Kane's new plan may lead to disputes that extend well beyond his close friends and family. Furthermore, despite its apparent smallness, Michael's concession to Phyllis is a ticking time bomb that could detonate if the truth about his loyalty to Victor is revealed. The real-life plot of Joshua Morrow broadening his horizons while maintaining his strong ties to Genoa City is layered on top of this. All of this combines to create a mood of change, fresh starts, and covert plans, exactly the kind of narrative concoction that keeps young and the restless viewers captivated day in and day out, year after year.